Just did in the paper. No, it's not fasting. I get off, it's been a long weekend.
Yes.
No, it was like hamburger pizza. No, it's actually fine. When we smell it, it's like, oh, this. Yeah.
And go back to Zoom. Just call yeah. The speaker should be speaking from something. Step by going to the sound icon. That should be the card. I don't know how many people are joining this, but just log the rest. And then we can go back to our. Take a seat. Yeah. Sorry. We need that. Right here. No. It should. I don't care. Oh, there he is. It's all like this. I'm saying that with that one. Yeah, those feelings are. We're not gonna go in. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Instead of auto, unchecked, it automatically. Oh. Right there. Order at 5 p.m. if everybody gets down for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States. That's Mrs. Wheeler. Hey Heather, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay. We're just gonna do the roll call vote here. Roll call, not a roll call vote. This is my pretty big to call the roll.
John,
Here.
Bart,
Here.
Hello, can you guys hear me? Hello?
Hear us?
We're having, Center. Item number 4, termination of the appropriating.
Didn't finish.
Oh, sorry, gotta do roll call. So I'm on that part.
I'm gonna start from the beginning. Junt,
Here.
Barsh, Wheeler, Swint, Wallstead, Renner.
Okay, we're on to item number 4, determination of the appropriate negotiating unit. The Williston Education Association. So I have attached their language and board book. Sent you everything, all the research I've done. Is there any questions the board has? Okay, since there's no question.
All employees licensed to teach by the education standards, practice board, or approved to teach education practice board, and employed primarily as classroom teachers.
Second. Let's call for a second. Hearing no second, motion dies for lack of a second. What's the board's wishes?
I'll make the motion to approve the Williston Education Association North Dakota Century Code.
Would read it, yeah.
Pursuant to North Dakota. As an appropriate negotiating unit, all public school employees licensed to teach by the Education Standards and Practices Board and employed primarily as a classroom teacher as defined in North Dakota Century Code 15-1-16-01. 5, including all employees currently working under the existing negotiated agreement, except administrators.
Okay, is there a second? Okay, Mrs. Wheeler got it, and Mrs. Langford just was. Any discussion?
My question, Mr. Chairman, is the counselor, strategist, library, media specialist, instructional coaches, students, juvenile behavior interventionist.
That was their intention with their petition. So yes, that was not exactly clear, but that's their intention, so that's the intent of all those individuals.
Any of these positions, listed here, read off, in day-to-day instruction of students. Classroom setting, either in a one-on-one, group setting, instructional coaches. At some level, right? I guess, Mr. Chairman, I think we're setting the wrong precedent here for opening up. Not on a day-to-day basis. I think there are some categories listed here that do fall into the definition of classroom teachers. I've been code. My motion. Classroom teacher, but clearly we are negotiating with.
Comments from the board?
I think we wanted discussions what our expectation was, and then what was brought back to us wasn't what was. So that's a little bit of concern to me because I thought we're all on the same page. I don't want to start hearing people come in and say that they should get contact minutes if they're not educating in a classroom. I'm very concerned with that. I'm concerned with what this holds, but I also understand that we have a negotiating unit that oftentimes when things start, there's this instant, well, we can't trust the board. Or there's this, oh, it's the board is trying something tricky. So I think that there has to be some understanding within the representation that's here in this room with us and between this board. We're not undermining. There's a long list of accomplishments that have occurred throughout this district since its founding. And many of those things are listed right on the website from our last negotiation. This board didn't take anything away from anybody. We negotiated and we came to a 2-year agreement. So I would hope that the people that sit in this room today will go back to their friends, their coworkers, and explain that the fear mongering, that doesn't work. When we sit down at the table in negotiations, we should be sitting across from people that want to work with us, that we want to work with. And when these kind of things happen, where there's language issues that delay and prolong the process just to get started, it shouldn't happen. I hope there's much more of a collaborative environment when I sit across from WIA coming up.
Mr. Barsh, any comments? To enable us to do that, have to recognize that it does create vulnerability to the board. Marsh. I just want to say this board does value everybody that works for this district. There's 800 some people that work for this district and we don't negotiate with all of them. We're statutorily required to negotiate with the teachers. And it's up to us if we want to extend that to other groups. This board has consistently been under the impression that we were just negotiating for classroom teachers. And we paid the counselors, librarians, those other positions based on that agreement. That's our understanding that you weren't under that agreement previously. Whereas it seems to be your guys' understanding that you were. Like that's led to a lot of confusion. So, yeah, I just want to say we do value you guys. This isn't us trying to be sneaky. I guess I'm against this. I would like to stick to the definition that Century Code uses, and even if we were going to expand this, I wish we would name the positions that we're actually expanding it to. So, is there any other comments from the board before I call the roll here? Go ahead, Mr. Jones.
Just one final one specific, I think, to the dean of students, which my understanding now classified as behavior interventionist. When I looked at that job description and the roles and the functions of that position, to me, that one almost was more of an administrator position than a teacher position. Yes, they have a teacher license, but I don't think they're at all performing functions of a classroom teacher in that position. It's my understanding none of those individuals probably have an administrator license, and that's probably why they're not falling under the administrator agreement, but they are certainly performing duties much closer to an assistant principal level than they are a classroom teacher. So I think this language is getting a little bit off the rails, particularly with some of these categories. I'll end with that.
Okay. Any other comments before I call the roll? Okay, hearing nothing, Mrs. Langford, you can call the roll.
Barsh,
Aye.
Wheeler,
Aye.
Swint,
Aye.
Jones,
Nay.
Renner.
Okay, motion passes. We are adjourned here at 5:20 p.m. Thank you, guys.